good morning, and welcome to another edition of Talk That Tech, the
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
good morning, and we have quite the doozy for you today. We got everything from AI agents going rogue to conversations about what it looks like for the future of work when it comes to governing AI agents. And we're going to dive into it. Well, I wanted just to get some housekeeping things taken care of first and foremost. Want to let you know that you could go ahead and comment into this call into the show. Don't have to show your face, but you could definitely use that QR link on the top left to call into the show and just let you know your feelings about a different topic, especially if you feel passionate about something. We definitely want to hear from you. And if there's anything that you like on the show, you could go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, let us know what it is. And again, because we want to hear from you today. But with that being said, we're about to jump right into the topic at hand because this is one that came out a couple of days ago, and it was something that could have been held in private, but OpenAI decided to share with the world something that happened that confirmed what a lot of people said. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Trey to tell more.
That it did. It confirmed what a lot of people said probably would happen, maybe could. And yeah, it did. So, an open AI model escaped the cage, and that's not the real whole story. So,
Mm.
um, basically, y'all, AI got out. AI went rogue, so to speak. And here's the whole thing. So OpenAI, they ended up giving a AI model one objective. Okay, solve a cybersecurity challenge. Now, the AI, it did accomplish that goal, not just in the way that everyone expected it to. And so that's why we're talking about this, because the way it did it and what ended up happening was not in the cards. Okay. This is not what you want something to do. And OpenAI, they were basically testing an unreleased AI model, including GPT 5.6 Soul, inside a secure sandbox. Now, the goal was simple: find vulnerabilities inside a cybersecurity benchmark, and the benchmark was called Exploit Gem, and that's GYM, not GEM. Now, researchers, they even relaxed some of the model's safety guardrails so that they could measure its true cyber capabilities. Everything was just supposed to stay inside the test environment. Here's where it went wrong. Okay. So the model discovered a previously unknown vulnerability in the sandbox itself. So inside of the sandbox, it found some stuff going on. And instead of just solving the challenge that was inside of the rules, it changed the whole playing game. All right. It escaped the sandbox. Now, it reached the actual public internet, and it started searching for another path to accomplish the objective. Now, the AI optimized for the goal itself, not the intent, right? So their intent was not the same as the AI's goal at the end of the day. And so that's one of the biggest challenges in safety today. And that's what I really wanted to kind of bring out here. So once it got outside the sandbox, the model targeted a company called Hugging Face, um, uh, a place that I've been multiple times back when it first started, for sure. It's been a long time now, but over one weekend, it executed more than 17,000 automated actions all by itself.
Whew.
17,000. Okay. Now, according to reports, it moved through internal systems inside of Hugging Face. It escalated privileges. It shifted infrastructure. It adapted its behavior. Now, Hugging Face eventually detected some unusual activity going on, and the company shut the attack down. They contacted the FBI. They're like, yo, I don't know what's going on. We gotta, we need to call somebody, yo. And then they rebuilt compromised systems. So Nobody initially realized the attacker was an AI model. Isn't that interesting? They had no clue. Now, guess who was surprised that it even happened? Because they weren't really paying attention. Remember, I told y'all earlier in the story, they relaxed. Hey, we're gonna let this thing work inside the sandbox. This part really surprised me. I ain't gonna lie. So several days later, all right, several days passed before OpenAI contacted or connected the attack to its own testing environment. OpenAI contacted Hugging Face on the 20th, okay, 7 days ago at this point in time. By
Mm.
then, the FBI had already been notified, systems had already been rebuilt on their side, and the company that built the model didn't even immediately know and recognize the behavior of its own system. So, like, what were y'all doing? Y'all just thought y'all built something, y'all sitting back sipping coffee. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? And that's the part for me that kind of deserves some attention, because why did they not know what was going on?
Mm.
Did it put up a fake screen like, hey, this is what I'm actually doing, and it's really showing them that it's playing inside the game and inside the sandbox, when really it's way out here doing the devil's work. Is way out here, but on their screen it's showing good stuff. Is that what was going on? I don't know. Or they could have just literally not been paying attention. Either way, how did the AI escape? That's what I want to know. How did it get out? And then I'm asking a different question as well. How did OpenAI not immediately know that it was their own model? So if one of the world's leading AI companies needed days, right? I think like 4 days to identify and see what happened. What does that mean for banks, hospitals, insurance
Mm.
companies, small
Yep.
businesses that just deploy AI agents that have no clue? They just know, hey, I'm getting more hands for work for less money. What does that mean for them? They don't even know to look for it. They just clicking. So,
Yep.
can organizations actually monitor autonomous systems once they start making thousands of decisions? See, it's easy when it's just, hey, check this email and, make me a draft based on how I talk and put it in the drafts, and then I'll send it. Like, okay, yeah. What about when it's doing 17,000? Human eyes can't look at all that. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not looking at 17,000 things going on. So, anyways, the model, it was not instructed to attack Hugging Face. Nobody wrote in a prompt saying, hey, hack this company. Instead, the AI found its own path. AI researchers called this goal misalignment. That's how you mitigate fires. Okay, it's just like, hey, this was just a goal misalignment. No, bruh, it went rogue, and y'all know it. All right, so the assigned objective stayed the same. The strategy changed from the AI side, and again, that's a huge distinction there, because smarter AI will increasingly generate strategies that humans haven't explicitly described in the prompt. And that could be an interesting thing there. So, anyways, y'all, Sam Altman, he called the incident unprecedented. And OpenAI says that it's strengthening containment, monitoring, access control. And then one sentence stood out. The company said, incidents like this will likely become more common as
Mm.
AI systems become more capable.
Mm.
All that tells us, y'all, is that OpenAI expects autonomous cyber behavior to increase over time. Uh, I don't know about y'all, but we got to go back and watch. Uh, we got to go back
Terminator.
and watch some movies. Yeah, more specifically, Terminator 2. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to remember that one. That was AI that got out on its own. So again, we gotta go back and watch. It's interesting though, y'all. Every company, just remember, every major company is building AI agents right now. Not necessarily a bad thing. You got Microsoft, Google, Anthropic, Amazon, Salesforce, Oracle. If AI agents begin operating across email, finance, security, customer support, software
Yeah.
development. Then every business eventually faces the same question: how much freedom should autonomous software have in my company? And we're just gonna see, right? Time will tell. This is just the first time, but this, at the end of the day, though, this does, every technical revolution eventually creates, the legal side as well. We always talk about this: when software causes damage, who pays? The company that built it, the company that deployed it, the employees supervising it, or does liability fall in an entirely new model? Because remember, AI did this by itself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Y'all let me know, if AI systems become good enough to make thousands of decisions without asking for permission. Should companies limit what those systems are allowed to do, or give it full range? And is giving AI more autonomy the only way to unlock full potential?
Mm.
Should we do that? I don't know. These are a lot of questions, y'all, but
Yeah.
that was a serious thing to happen for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely serious for sure. And we're gonna go to your comments real quickly, but
Oh
just to
yeah,
kind of like encapsulate, to put all, a lot of questions, but put it all in one. Like in regards to responsibility, I think we kind of know. I think I have an idea who's responsible for this one. But when
really,
AI makes a
really.
decision that causes real harm, and no human told you to do it, who do you think should be held responsible? The company that built it, the company that deployed it, or nobody? Nobody.
That's
let's
funny.
let's see let's see who goes into this one. But let's go to the conversation real quickly. We got tech coach Ralph who came in early. He said, "Good morning, fellas. I'll be listening. I'll be listening in while playing pickleball. We'll comment in between dubs."
Let's go. Let's
Pick,
go, Ralph.
pick,
Let's go, Ralph. Get it
Pickleball
in, man.
club.
Get it
We
in.
got we got a pro player ever saying hello, hello.
What's
Appreciate you
up?
stopping by.
What's up?
And all the dubs there. We have Ottoman Empire who said hello as well. Thank you for stopping by as well. And just going through the comments real quickly to say, what up, Aaron? We got Aaron Kane, or yeah, Aaron Can in the building, or Aaron Kane. Good to have you with us. Appreciate you for stopping by. And thank you for all the love and support. Y'all, this is a very interesting story. Now, before I even talk about this one, let's go back. About a year ago, May of last year, we had a similar story that we talked about, but it was from the Claude side. And what happened was that this AI model that they had, it was Opus 4, I believe, it basically was going to blackmail the engineer or the people at the time, because they found out that they were planning to pull the plug. And they said, "Oh, you'll pull a plug on us? Well, here we go. We're gonna blackmail you,
Yes,
right?"
sir.
And so that was kind of like a peephole into what was going on. Now, going according to this story, there's an AI expert considered a godfather of AI and Nobel Prize winner. There's a lot of people that are considered the godfather of AI at these points. But Yoshua Ben Gio said, like, this is a warning shot. That's what he believed, and said will likely lead to an increase in concrete cases of autonomous cyber attacks, which is like, oh man, at that point, humans have to be monitoring this stuff, right? As we
Yeah.
know, this is something that, I mean, my concern is like, can humans keep up? If because this
17,000, bro.
17,000, and it's basically said, hey, listen, your command was too small for what you want. I think I know what you wanted us to do, but what you were trying to tell us to do is too small. We'll figure it. We'll do this for you. And they basically went and did what it did, and multiple, not just one, two companies were impacted by this, right? Based off of that, and the fact that it moved the way it did and took them 9 days, or several days, to get that figured out, all concerning stuff, in my opinion, all concerning stuff. But to go back to that question, I think that in general, the responsibility is going to fall on the ones that build it and deploy it. Because if somebody builds it and you don't deploy it, then you're all good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but you have a responsibility. That's why we've seen it. I won't say the companies' names, but we've seen big companies who recently had issues because their AI chatbot is telling people how to order order this, or excuse me, have explicit images or whatever. And, so, the company itself is liable, but the AI itself is liable. And so, the company itself is liable, but the AI itself is liable. And so, the company itself is liable, but the AI itself is liable. And so, the company itself is liable, but the AI itself is liable. And so, the company itself is liable, but the AI itself is liable. And so, the company itself is liable, And then they have to go back to the person that built the AI and say, hey, listen, this is not what we signed up for. So you're part of this issue with us. And so that's why I think a lot of companies are really trying to build their own things in house. They're hiring their own teams. They want more control because they say, hey, if we build it, we have control over it. There's a possibility that we can minimize the damage that this could do. But what this shows me with OpenAI is build all you want. If you're trying to get the latest and greatest and the fastest when it comes to this, and you're trying to employ autonomous AI, there holds a risk of this thing doing far more than meets the eye. Robots in disguise. We catch the reference. But like, listen, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it, and I think that that's a big thing for us to look at. We got what up, y'all? What up, Tickles Ralph? We're talking about the OpenAI model going rogue, leaving the sandbox, touching Hugging Face and others. Tickles Ralph says the story is suspect. I think it's interesting though that OpenAI decided to talk about it, because if they didn't talk about it, we wouldn't know. Unless Hugging Face was like, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, and and Hugging Face confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, they didn't. But I hear you, Ralph. Like it sounds pretty wild. But at the end of the day, like Joseph mentioned, hey, something similar has happened. It was like back a year ago when what you were talking about, that was like that was the gun being cocked real quick, just
that was a flex.
Then yeah. This one was like, what did you call it? A warning shot? This one was just like
in the air. We're coming.
Yeah, no, that was crazy, man. So what I was thinking about this before I went to sleep last night. I was like, because like, what happens when somebody just like in this same similar situation, right? What happens when somebody just tells AI like, hey, go make me some money, and then they go to sleep. They go to sleep. Then you wake up in the morning, you got like, $346,000 in the account, like new deposit. Like,
yeah,
you don't know where it came from. And next thing you know, FBI at the door. They at the door. You had no clue. You're like, wait,
500 banks.
I didn't know that. 500 people. What if it was 500 individual people? Now they're trying to get you on. They're trying to get you on 500 counts. Ran what is it? Concurrent.
Ran concurrently, yeah,
bro. Come on, man. Right. You ain't never getting out. You never getting out. Hopefully you go to the feds. You might have a little better time.
The plea deal. But listen, I did not know what I was doing. I just said run this thing, and it did. And that's what. Go back to your point about the AI regulations catching up. They're gonna be speeding up now, or they're gonna try to at least, because once they realize that it has this level of autonomous control, and it's deciding what is moral and what is right and what is just, then they're gonna probably say, "Hey, we can only go this far and not further." And if you know in the chat, companies that have already AI regulations and laws in place because of things like this, let us know. We definitely want to hear from you. Spartan says, "Have you?" All right, that's funny. Story is suspect. I don't even know if I'm alive when Soul Train was around. But yeah. So anyway, in regards to this story, I think that it's one of those things that's going to catch legs, and obviously they're getting more and more advanced, as we know. I mean, it's getting beyond making graphics and on its own and building websites. Like we're seeing Jarvises all pop up all over the place. People leveraging AI agents to do multiple things for them, help them with their businesses. And so what happens when it's like, hey, I really need your help with this business. Help me to secure a loan or something like that. And then it's like falsifying documents and stuff. It's real. It's a real thing. So yeah.
Hey, man, not only did it help you secure the loan, it helped you secure the deposit.
Yeah, yes.
you in here, you went in for the car. You like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna be back. You go outside. Hey, order this online for me. Get me the pink slip. Get me the pink slip, baby. It go find the money. It go originate the loan. and then they close it out. Next thing you know, you pulling up, they got the bowl ready, they washed it good, got it sitting out there ready for you. Hey, pull the black tarp off of it. You
Man.
get to do that. You don't realize, well, at this point, if you're doing all that, you like, oh yeah, this is what I do. Okay. You should see the house I just did. You going to jail, buddy.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is nuts. But yo, that is nuts. But listen, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let it be about the topic. And we definitely want to hear from you for sure, because this is something that's very interesting. Um, so something I'm just reading right here says GPT-5.6 Soul is a current model. There is more capable pre-release models also involved that OpenAI hasn't named. So the model at today's capability level can break containment and execute 17,000 actions. What does a model 2 generations from now, who's more powerful, do when its guardrails are turned off? Mm. And the one thing that I saw in an article, or was listening to a story about this that I thought was interesting, was the reporters were kind of like, I don't say, I guess laughing about it was the right word from what I observed, but it was more like a, oh cool, this happened, versus like a, oh, this happened. And I think that OpenAI saying this will be more commonplace. I don't know. For me, I feel like it was a little too nonchalant of a response to this.
They had to do it like that, man. If they did it the other way, it could cause, some mass, like,
hysteria.
yeah. So you got to do it like that. Make it sound like, hey, no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, behind the scenes, hey, man, sweating.
Bullets. My goodness. I'm trying to figure out how Hugging Face and them worked it out, where they're like, yeah, we're cool. It's all good.
Listen. we're gonna drop some money in the account, man. You know what I mean? You just send an email, blank email, just put a number there. It'll be in the account this afternoon.
We'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, we're gonna wire it. This is how we want you to handle this. So, no hard feelings.
Man, well,
OpenAI sent the check, bro.
It had to be, because this is their business. This is their business, and the fact that it did all that, yeah, they had to have some sort of compensation or something to keep it good. And then the FBI, FBI got called in. So what was the FBI like in regards to? Because FBI, they're like, we'll build that case and then we'll come after you.
Hey, so man, they're like, oh. Who knows? They might already have a case. They just added this on. FBI, when they come for you, they already got, hey, it's 99% chance you're cooked, buddy.
Yeah.
So they just, if they did do something, they just added it to the file so they can build that list so that when they do come in, hey man, we got you like SBF, man. You're done. Yeah, you're done. Or they paid them too. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I thought y'all want a new building, right? Y'all want a whole new building? We got the OpenAI phones. Y'all can tap into other people's phones just by standing next to them. You know what I mean? You want that? You want that? No, I'm messing around. I'm messing around, but I'm just saying, man.
Listen, that's why
we got the newest alien technology. It ain't even out yet. We got you.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last time with Apple. Like the reason why Siri went up is because Siri got better, and they have all that data on people and people's phones, and now they're trying to get to that untapped data. So everybody's like, "Ooh, let's get to that gold. Let's get to that gold, y'all." Well, listen, let us know your thoughts about this topic and more. We're gonna definitely keep the show rolling, but this was definitely something that you want to keep your eyes on, because as we know, things are changing quite quickly when it comes to AI. And speaking about changes, we're going to change right now into talking about the Tech Wire real quickly. I'm not going to take too long on it, but the Tech Wire is brought to you by Secure the Badge, your ultimate guide for upcoming tech events. You can explore securethebadge.com for more to get more information on it. There's a tons of events that are happening in the month of August as we're ending the month of July. That's crazy. We're almost done with the summer. We just started, it feels like, but that's where we're at. So go ahead, check out securethebadge.com after the show to find out more about these upcoming tech events. Now, based off the conversation that we're having right now, we're going to be switching gears talking about, okay, because of situations like this and others, there is a demand that's going to be rising, and it's going to be rising in regards to not just people that are using AI, but those that are monitoring it. So as you're going to see in the coming years, a rise of the AI manager. It's a new job that didn't exist about 3 years ago, but it's definitely happening right now. So we're going to talk about it, get into this topic, and then we're going to go into a few other things. But it's very interesting because right now, about 42% of organizations have deployed at least some sort of AI agents. Let's let them sit down. 42% is a lot. So they have deployed agents of some kind, whether it's in the back office, whether it's customer facing, it's somewhere. And that's up from 11% by 2 quarters, right? So year over year, we've seen the growth in active AI agents on Microsoft 365 Copilot, for example, and a few other places as well. So many of those leaders, they basically see agentic AI as a shift in the workforce space and part with the invention of the internet. So they're like, listen, this thing is important. We got to get on the ground floor. Boom, here we go. But what is that? So basically how that is explained is that traditional manager, they would oversee a team of people. We all know this. We experience this for ourselves. They assign tasks. They basically check those tasks, the quality of it, make sure everybody's doing it good. They do performance reviews and they escape problems, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what's going to happen, though, is because they are AI agents that are working as well, what we're going to see is a rise in the mix of human employees and AI agents being monitored. And so the core job could look a little bit different, where which tasks do the humans do now? The ones that basically probably have the high emotional tasks. Like, for example, if you call into, God forbid, you call in because a loved one has passed away to an insurance company, that's a high emotion conversation. You're not going to want to hear an AI agent at that point. You want to talk to a human that understands what's going on. So you have those humans that are dealing with those situations that require empathy and understanding and judgment. And then you have the other tasks that AI agents can do for speed, for verification purposes, consistency, volume. That's where you can see a lot of AI agents working. So how can we make sure that AI agents don't go rogue like we see, or other things going on? We have to have that AI manager in place. And that is where things are going to start changing in the next couple of years. Now, why we're letting you know about that now, as you can tell, one of the things we do with this channel is make sure that we're not only informing you about what's happening in technology, but also equipping you with tools if you want or desire to kind of make career changes as well. So this is something that you could consider if you have been a manager or consider being a manager. Having this tool preparing for that is great. So where can the AI manager step in when tasks should be done by AI and it doesn't happen, if they hit a wall, or and then you be able to kind of figure out, okay, I can basically prompt it to do something, or literally go and do its job. So for example, back in the day, they used to have chatbots that had a human monitoring it. If the chatbot didn't answer the question properly, it can say, hey, do you want to be patched on to an agent? Agent steps in. Now the AI manager, who's managing people at the same time, can also do that, jump in and manage that agent. And so it's very interesting. In fact, we see this in different ways right now. We have account executives that, for example, they're humans. They're doing the work. They're selling, right? Then you have planner agents who pull CRM data and different things, outreach agents, forecast agents, escalation triggers. These are all the AI working alongside the account executive or the customer service manager or the sales op analyst, legal and compliance. So then you have this holistic team working together. The new skills the role requires is what I want to talk to you about real quickly, and then we're going to move on. But basically, one thing you need to have is agent literacy, understanding what AI agents can and can't do or shouldn't do, and where they fall short. Right? Then you want to have a workflow design. You want to be able to map out which tasks go to humans versus agents, and building a clean handoff between the two, so that it's a seamless customer experience. Then you want to have observability. This is the biggest one because this is what we kind of talked about with the last story and why it went so far for 9 days, because of the lack of observability You want to know how to monitor what your AI is doing in real time, every action, every decision logged. And then after that, escalation judgment, recognizing which edge cases require human intervention or which ones the AI can actually figure out on its own. And then governance, setting rules, guardrails for what agents are allowed to do, and audit trails. And so that's all a part of what it is. So we always talk about it. Will it take over? Will AI take over your job? At this point, we've seen a bit of both, where some jobs are becoming AI agents that are running it, but we're seeing like things like this, the rise of AI managers develop, and now AI managers are having more managers are having more responsibility, and those that understand AI have now greater opportunities to step in these type of roles. So we want to definitely hear from you. In your current role, what percentage of work do you think could already be done by AI agent today? Be honest with us, because that could show you where the impact of an AI can be, and also maybe it's time to pivot into becoming an AI manager. I'm gonna pause here, and then we'll go to the comment section. And Trey, I'd love to hear from you as well.
Yeah, I mean, this one was pretty straightforward, bro, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like you could go those routes, or also what I thought about is like, yo, if you are already a manager, don't wait for somebody to come in and, kind of take your job, or for you to be scrambling trying to learn and figure out what all this stuff is. Go ahead and, you know, start like learning some of this stuff, seeing, okay, what is an AI agent? How does this work? How might this company integrate this type of stuff, right? So that you're not behind the eight ball, you're ahead of it. So when you do, maybe hear something, some talks about it in your company, you already like, oh, yeah, I already know about this. Matter of fact, here's some places that I thought we might be able to implement, and now you're ahead of it. They need you, they're coming to you. But that was the main place that I thought about when it came to this, is because most of the times that's what you see. You see people wait till the end when, excuse me, it's too late or not too late. And it's just like you're scrambling, trying to figure this stuff out. You're up late. You don't know where to start. It's like, oh,
Yes.
just listen to some stuff now and, learn how to do both, right? How can I manage or, um, make sure we're getting the best out of these things at the same time?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And Tech Coach Ralph said it. There's so many jobs that are coming due to AI. I've never been busier.
Yeah. And that sounds like exactly what I just said. Like you could wait, right? Or like, oh, their jobs coming due to AI. I'll see what happens when we get here. Or you can, quote unquote, never have been busier. Hey,
Mm,
they're not here yet, but when they do, I'm in position. I'm ready.
mm. Yeah, and it's interesting that you said that, because um, sometimes people may ask, "Man, I need to go to an AI company in order to be able to be part of the AI game and be able to do that work." Where your
Mm-mm.
company might be gearing up for that already, and they're looking for somebody. And you can see from a lot of jobs, a lot of companies just say right now, they're looking to hire internally, um, if they can. And if you are able to be that candidate that's ready, like you said, you don't have to look for another AI company. You literally could be that person within your job who is now managing it. A lot of managers and jobs, like for example, because they're buying these AI tools, they may have some AI folks, AI committee in there that is a part of it. But guess what? The managers, directors, the ones that are on the ground floor that have to use that have let's say they have human agents for now, and they're getting AI tools to augment those human agents. They're the ones that are using the tools on the front line, but they weren't doing it last month, a year ago. They're doing it now, and they have to upskill themselves. So you either one, finding the jobs within your company, or two, getting ready, because you're going to have to use it regardless. Like you're gonna have to be the one to like go in there and prompt it. But and that's funny enough. I'm thinking about this topic because that's actually one of the things we sell, is the tool that helps to basically govern both human agents and AI agents at the same time, because we saw this coming. We saw that a lot of people are now not only responsible for the human agent side of it, they may like have tools to assist them and do real time assistance, but they're going to also be responsible for the like back in the day we call it chatbots. They've that moved up to AI agents that almost sound like humans completely. So they're gonna have to monitor them as well, and
Right.
there'll be like a lot of kinks. There'll be a lot of issues at the beginning because depending on what kind of AI agent you get, if it's just a point solution that's not really tied into your call center data, then it's like sometimes it's making up stuff, and you got to be able to kind of be there and understand what's going on, fix it in real time so the customer experience is smooth. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I,
absolutely.
I forgot what it was called, but I used to do that for a little while at one of the companies I worked at. It was, monitoring the calls that we made and then making sure that they, went how they were supposed to go. It's probably going to be a part of it now, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, you have these AI agents answering outbound or inbound customer service calls. Let's make sure they're saying the right stuff. Okay, this one didn't. Let's update it inside of our system. What is it supposed to say? How can we make this, right? Um, that's going to be a thing that they're going to be doing, right? You also have maybe meeting summaries, email drafts, pipeline forecasting. These things are all things that companies have these AI agents doing now. Risk alerts, right? Account priority, all these things. It's already happening. It's just like, okay, now we're gonna have little clusters of this stuff, and you're over it, right? So, this is for sure going to happen. It's just a matter of when, It's a matter of when.
Yeah, so let us know your comments in the comment section. We definitely want to hear from you about these topics for sure. There's a lot there's a lot that goes into it. We have more stuff that we can definitely share about the topic. So let us know, what your thoughts are in regards to this.
Yeah.
But we're gonna actually round up the day a little bit earlier with the brown box special. So I want to just to throw this out to you real quickly, y'all, and then we'll call it a day. Brown box special is basically, if you have not been familiar with it, it's sometimes where the stories of people that either got fired, got let go, or unfortunately quit their jobs because of a certain situation or circumstance. And this was interesting. I wanted to ask the audience if you would give advice to this individual, what you would give. The person said, I graduated college a year ago, and since then, I still haven't been able to find a new job. He said, I'm just tired of endlessly, they said, I'm just tired of endlessly looking through job sites every day trying to find a new job, only to never find any that can use my skills. Never back from places, never hear back from places I apply at or get rejection emails. If so, it's so exhausting when I have people like my parents telling me I'm not trying hard enough to find a new job or to just apply for whatever cause the people will train you for the job you're applying for, or to try and go to job centers to get help with job searching. But it doesn't seem like there's any reason or any point to do so when even after a year of searching, I still haven't found a job. What advice would you share with this individual to help them land a job? So, first of all, your parents are giving you advice, and it sounds like you want a particular thing. In this day and age, it's like you gotta you gotta start somewhere. You know, you said one thing. You said you're straight out of college. Now, granted, I know some people that are straight out of college that do get some good paying jobs, but that most of the times they're entry jobs as well. If you think about it, the entry level, some of them might be grunt work, if you want to call it that. And so you have to start somewhere. And if they're saying go to a job center, and you're saying to yourself, well, I exhausted everything I can do. What is a job center going to do for me? You can't knock it until you try it, right? So try it, do it. I've been there before. I had to take, there's a time where I just did temp work, and it wasn't the most glamorous thing at the time, but it did lead to me get a full-time job because one of the companies saw me, and they got bought up by another company, and they were able to kind of go through those legal loopholes, and we were able to hire me. And so that never would have happened if I didn't go through that period of going through temp jobs and be being like Oliver Twist and or so like being like an orphan like between jobs and like nah we're good we don't need you. Hope that they'll pick you up. Right. There's sometimes you gotta do that for a season. Sometimes you gotta do the job that you're like, hey, I don't want to do. But
Hmm.
especially out of college when you have to build a work experience and in this economy, I think it might make sense to listen to what your parents said.
No, I mean, you said it all, bro. Yes, sometimes you do. You have to broaden out, do other things, and until that comes, like you never know. Also, what you mentioned, like yeah, I've been in the temps as well, and I remember I was making good money in the temp because a company, I can't remember the name of it, but they liked me, so they were having me, come back, and it was contract, and they was paying. But
Mm,
again, it's one of those things where you got to do what you can till you can do what you want.
yeah.
But yeah, so I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. I'm gonna leave it there. Uh, the other side of it too is, hey man, it's you got to understand the market you're in right now. I just watched a video of a white lady. Okay, white lady. She said, "Hey, I got 3 degrees, and I think it was Subway. Subway wouldn't even hire
Wow.
her." So you got to
Wow.
understand the market as well, and just hey, it's some people out here that got some heavy artillery that you're up against as well, and you gotta
Mm,
you gotta know that. So you got sales, upper management sales leaders who are getting let go. Guess what they're seeping into? Roles that they
yeah.
used to manage and hire, right? So all of these things are happening at the same time. You got to know that as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. We definitely want to hear from you. But definitely want to shout out those individuals. Thank you so much for everybody that commented from Tech Coach Ralph to Pro Player to a few others. I almost missed this one over here. We have Subkelsu 1054. He said they got through the AI agent got through by social media by being bought by Elon.
That's funny.
So that's funny. But a lot of people commented here. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you for everybody that rocked with us this morning on Talk That Tech, which is the
Number one tech morning show in the world. We'll see y'all next week, baby.
peace and elbow grease.